GoHighLevel just dropped an AI email chatbot. Your bot can now answer emails, book appointments, and follow up automatically. I'm gonna walk you through the entire setup, where you can find it, how to configure it, and making sure that deliverability is good so it doesn't land in spam. How to train with it with a knowledge base if you want it, or how to do it in the prompt. And more importantly, we're gonna try to test it on a live video so you can see it work. If you run an agency, a coaching business, or any kind of business in general, and you're looking for a GHL, like assistant AI that can help you answer questions and handle customer services, stay tuned because this is definitely going to be a build that you don't want to miss, because I'm going to show you how to do this all live. All right, so stay tuned and build along with us. All right, so we're actually going to be doing this for one of my businesses. So for my coaching business, sometimes I got to be honest, I just can't get to answering all the emails. So this has been something I've been wanting for a while. Now, before, we weren't really using the AI feature for emails because emails, there was a problem with it. It would read all the emails, it would create chains, and just wasn't really working well. Well, HighLevel fixed all that. And today we're going to set up an AI chat widget inside of there that's going to answer all my emails and be customer service directly for that particular email and that particular coaching business. All right, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to go over to the left-hand side and you definitely want to go over to your AI agents. When you're going to your AI agents, what you want to do next is you want to go to conversational AI, because this is going to work off of conversations, which emails are considered a conversation. We're going to go over to our agent list, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit create. And inside of create, we're going to go to a prompt-based builder because I have a lot of chat GPTs and guides that will help create the perfect prompt for this. And I want to feel very comfortable in doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit create new bot. And it's going to be general Q&A, and I'm going to add appointment booking. But honestly, I think I'm just going to start from scratch and just build our own together. So what we're going to do here is we're going to call it Molly, the AI assistant. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually delete all the ones that are in here. I'm actually going to put this in autopilot. I'm going to take away SMS, Instagram, Facebook, chat widget, WhatsApp, and live chat. And instead, I'm going to now select email. When you select email, this does expand a little bit later on. So you're going to see this here. So I'm going to put Nuno Tavares is the business name because it is for my coaching business, consulting, whatever you want to do. And this will go for any business, guys. I'm just building mine because I wanted to show you a live example. And we're going to say Digital Voltage Media because that is my company name. All right. And what we're going to do is it doesn't really matter on the autopilot mode. We're immediately going to respond. So we can have this at 3 seconds, 10 seconds. It honestly doesn't matter. We're going to put the maximum messages a bot can send in conversation as high as it can go. I have 75 here, but we can limit it to 50. But honestly, it doesn't really honestly matter. Send the bot to sleep when I send a manual message, not a workflow message, because if I'm sending a manual message, meaning I'm interacting and I'm starting to answer the customer, I don't want that to be kind of worked through there. Now, workflow message, I'm not necessarily going to do that because the automated messages that I have for this particular account are usually like appointment reminders and so forth. So if somebody's booking on my coaching calendar, I don't want the workflow one to kind of mess up the bot automated response. So I'm going to leave this alone because all the automations that I have for that workflows is mostly like appointment reminders, like I mentioned. Okay, we want to interrupt this video for a quick little minute to just let you know that I hope you're enjoying this video. We want to thank you for being here, but more importantly, we are hoping that this content helps you do whatever you're trying to do inside of HighLevel. We also want to let you know that you have options to get additional help. We offer a $197 a month VIP coaching program that includes 4 days of office hours, first come, first serve with Andy or myself, where we go in and we answer any of your questions that you might have live with a group setting for other people that are also working in HighLevel. We also have a VIP group where we answer questions directly one-on-one with anybody posting in that group to give you the absolute best support. It also comes with a bunch of other features, including our funnel brick system, our little mini course, and more importantly, a couple guides that'll help you through this, and also including our SOP library that we use for pretty much everything inside of our agency. So thank you for this quick little minute, but more importantly, go back to the video, get whatever you need. And if you have any questions that we can answer inside the video, just drop a comment on the video and we'll make sure to answer whenever we get a chance. And now back to the show. All right, so we have the name and everything else. We have it on autopilot, email. We went down here, already configured a few, but there's one important thing that you have to make sure you do. And this is to ensure that it's going to end up in the actual folder and not in spam. You have to configure the email settings. Now, very important. This is going to be Molly, the AI assistant from, we'll just say for Nuno Tavares. Again, we're doing this live, guys. So that's what it is. From email. Now, it's going to auto select whatever the email is that we have automatically set inside our email services. And I do want to show you that a little bit, because if you don't have that automatically set, it will create a problem for you later on. So we want to go to settings. We want to go to email services. And in email services, we're going to notice that I have my MG already in here for digital voltage media. That is my Mailgun server that I have automatically connected. So I want to make sure that any email that I have directly coming out of here, we want to make sure it has that. And then also at any given time, you can CC other people and individuals. I'm actually going to go ahead and select myself to CC, because I want any emails that are coming out of Molly that I see them. So then I can go ahead and just validate that they're doing well and there's no issues. If I had an assistant, I would probably do a BCC email to them, but not for this particular customer. It's really good. Right? And it says greeting personalization. Hi, contact first name. That's perfectly fine. It's going to be an email. Then it's going to have the email response afterwards. Wait before responding, same as other channels, or custom or email. I'm probably going to say like 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and proceed. Well, for this case, an example, we're going to do like 1 minute. All right. Because like that, while we're doing this sample, this will work. We want to make sure that all emails are in plain text, because anytime we add a full design editor and everything else, it adds a lot of images and it will hurt deliverability. So we want to keep it very plain Jane, especially in these customer service emails. And the signature I'm going to have is team, Tavares. And then we're going to have an email that's going to be team@digitalvoltagemedia.com. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and proceed, because that's going to be the signature. Hey, John, whatever the AI response is, and then team, Tavares, team at Digital Voltage Media, and we're set to go. Good. Now we got it going. We got the first part of it, and it has everything that it needs in order to do so. And I'm going to go ahead and save. And now we're going to go to the secondary part, which is bot training. Now, there's two different schools of thoughts when it comes to knowledge bases. So first thought is that the more you give it to the knowledge base, the more the bot will be smarter and know. But the problem is that the bot will always have to read it in order to respond. Now, the only reason why this sometimes is a hindrance is that if you create a knowledge base and it's very big and you're using voice or chat and people are expecting an immediate response, what will happen is that it has to always go through the knowledge base before it answers. When it comes to email and we extend the response time at 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm not really caring that we're going to be using knowledge base for it. So we're going to go ahead and create a new knowledge base. So we're going to add a knowledge base. The knowledge base is going to be Nuno M. Tavares. We already have one actually. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Instructions is going to be use this knowledge base to answer any questions about programs, possible times, and events that are happening, along with answering common questions that people might have that I can help answer. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit save. And inside this knowledge base, we are going to go to it. So what I'm going to do is if you click up here, there is a knowledge base and there'll be one called Nuno Tavares. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a rich text file or a markdown file, because honestly, that's the one that works out the best. Now, rich text format, I don't know why it's not showing, but if we make this a little bit smaller, you can add a rich box text. Now, this will be Nuno Tavares services and links. Okay. What we're going to do is we'll go to whatever your favorite, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, really honestly doesn't matter, but you want to go to an AI that honestly knows you. For me, it's going to be Claude Cowork. So I'm going to come over to Claude Cowork. I'm actually going to create a new task. And inside this new task, I already have an About Me folder. I have a folder that literally, it knows everything it needs to know about me. And I'm going to say, I got to create a basic memory / knowledge base / kind of an area where people are going to get their questions answered by one of my AI bots for email. And this is going to be for my digital voltage media company, which you know about. This is where I have all my coaching services and consulting services for AI and high level and do special builds. So can you please create, based on everything that you know so far about that particular business, which is my coaching business, a couple details in there, along with going to my nunomtavares.com site and grabbing any links and anything that we need in there. Anybody requesting any kind of special one-on-one coaching, that we send them over to the link to get the coaching, and that's going to be $4.97 an hour, and that's where it has there locally. So go ahead and create that knowledge base about everything you know about me that we can answer with common questions. Let's talk about the Skool group where they can get group coaching, architects if they need support to actually build anything out, or they need like somebody like me, but they want it in their staff, and so forth and so on. You know the majority of it, but what we want to do is get AI fully knowledgeable. So if you create one file that I can download, that'd be great. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Obviously, that was very live. So as we're fixing this, we're going to have to fix a few things here because it can read sites and so forth and so on. And we're going to let it go loose. Now, I'm going to let that do that because it has all the information about me already because I've spent the time to really developing that. In the meantime, I'm going to go get the links that it might need if somebody does want to book like a coaching call, like where to go on the coaching side, right? So we have a couple of coaching funnels where people can go ahead and buy them. So I will grab this right here and give it as one of the links. And then in this option of Claude Cowork, we're going to say, here is the link to book 101. Okay. And we're going to drop that in there because then it'll have that memory. We're going to pause the video for a few minutes just so we can grab that information and we'll be right back. All right. And as you can see, it came out with quite a bit because this AI literally knows me. But honestly, you could just start talking with AI, ask it to create a prompt, go back and forth with it, and literally create a knowledge base in instance. It's really not that hard to do. You can do pretty much everyone. So I'm going to come over here and I'm actually going to make this a downloadable folder. So in here, I'm going to say show in folder, and it should have a nice little markdown file right in here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this and I'm going to just actually double click on it. It'll open up everything in Markdown. I'll Control A, Control C, and then drop it directly in here and boom, there you go. It has everything it needs in order to have the knowledge base. All right. Now this is going to train automatically in that knowledge base. I'm in the meantime, now that I have it and I added it, I'm going to go ahead and move forward. So we're in here and we need to go back to our AI agent team in the conversational AI. We need to go back to our agent list. We need to go to Molly, the AI assistant, and then go back to bot training. Inside of bot training, it already has access to knowledge base. So I'm pretty good to go. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to bot goals. And now we are going to go ahead and set this up. But I have a little tool for you guys. If you go to ChatGTP, anybody joining my free community right here, the link will be down below. You'll have access to our GTPs that we use to create this stuff. I also have a video on YouTube, how to create an AI agent and a conversational AI agent. So it follows both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and log in and I'll keep this link down. Again, go into the free community area. You'll be able to grab it. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to say, I'm going to create an email chatbot. I already have a markdown file versus everything about me. I want you to create a chat widget that is going to be mostly for emails because now we have the email ability of responding back to emails. This is only going to be for emails. So I'm going to give you a knowledge base. Can you please create the prompt for me that I need for my chat bots? And then I'm going to come over here. It's going to come automatically there. And I'm just going to go ahead and the same knowledge base that I had, which is this one right here, I'm going to let it hit there and it's going to go through. I also mentioned that it was email because I like to do that when I'm working with my custom GTP. I want to make sure that it understands that who it is and what it needs to do, but more importantly, that it's for email and it'll understand exactly what I need to do based on that. Perfect. And it's asking me a bunch of questions. Now, normally I'll go back and forth. I'm just going to say, it's all in the DMD file, all in the information that I give you. Can you just please read that entire information? And go over everything that you need because it's all in what I just pasted for you. All right. I can also give it the MD file because I think it's a little confused. So let me just go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go over to my folder where I keep all my Claude Cowork stuff. It goes into projects. There it is, the digital voltage knowledge base. And I'm going to just drop it in there and let it do its thing. Now it'll come back with me with a prompt and then I'm going to take that prompt and going to put it in there for it. All right, cool. So it's got a bunch in here. So the first thing we're going to do is download the personality area. So I'm just going to come through here. Perfect. All the way up to intent. Copy, come right over here into our bot. We are on the first part, which is this personality part, Control A, Control V. Next is going to be the intent or goals. It's the same exact thing. They're interchangeable. All right, here is the actual goal. So Control A, Control V. And then the additional information, it's going to be the rest of it. So I'm going to come over here. It has all my brands. Now, mind you, I spent a lot of time developing my brand and everything that I needed to do with my bots already. And I want to make sure that this bot does its thing. Core rules, AI runs the business, you run the vision, fantastic. And then we are going to come over here and the additional rules, Control A, Control V. And it seems I exceeded on one of them. So we're going to have to shorten it by 118 words. Actually, we can also improve the model, I think. Hold on. I change it? No. All right. So we need to say, let's make the additional information a little bit less because I'm way over in characters and words. So take a look at this. We have to make this a little bit shorter. There we go. And I'm going to go and give it a second. Let it give me the additional information again because that was a little lengthy. Maybe we can trim it down quite a bit. All right. I went back and I shortened it quite a bit. And now what we can do is we can come down here and we can do a couple things. So first and foremost, I always start with human handover. Human handover is, and anytime anybody wants to speak to a manager for whatever reason, I wanted to basically turn it off. And the user is always going to be one of my assistants. Okay. Lack of information, same thing. Literally, I'm doing this for every single one, and it's always going to go to my assistant as we go through. Boom. And it automatically will go to a human no matter what we have to do here. Don't know why this one's not clicking. Human handover, enable scenario, save. Okay. So first and foremost, it's always the human handover just in case anybody gets peed off or whatever the case is. I'm already grabbing the person's contact info, but so no need for doing that. But if I wanted to do it and I want to collect additional information, I would just go ahead and set up there. If you want to see this, how to do the conversational bot, just watch the conversational bot video, it goes through that. Now, if I wanted to openly take appointments directly in here, I would just go ahead and select the appointment booking, but then select the individual calendar. But because this is not going to be a free appointment, I don't want to put that in there. I'm just going to send them the link to buy the appointment. Then they can go ahead and get it. And I also want my bot to qualify, which is part of my directions in there. So we're going to leave that open and we're going to have it there. Now, I want to enable conversation summary. Even though it's going in an email and I'll be able to see it, I still want to understand what happens. Trigger one of workflow summaries and it'll just, well, I don't have a workflow summary on this one. And it'll say receive email notification for conversation summary. And it'll be specified users, which will be my assistant. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and hit save. And now, honestly, we have the bot. Now, technically, if anybody emails the particular bot inside of here, it will automatically pick that up and we should be ready to go. So now we're going to try it out. Right. So I want to go ahead and use one of my throwaway emails. And I said, hello, this is a test. And I'm going to send it from the same email that obviously is going to come back in here. Now, remember, anytime you are sending an email out of HighLevel, it will automatically, when somebody responds, come back in. So you have to have that first initial conversation in order for somebody to respond back. So this, again, will only work if somebody is already in a conversation with your actual system to go back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and say, this is a test. I'm going to send it out. All right. We should have it in our inbox. Perfect. So here's my email right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit reply. Do you offer one-on-one coaching? And I'm going to go ahead and send it back. And hopefully it will automatically pick up. Now, remember, I did give it a minute for it to do its thing. So let's see what it does and if AI actually picks up and starts. All right. So as you can see, team, here it is. Yes, one-on-one coaching, $4.97 an hour. On a Zoom, you pick the time, pay, get a Zoom link, bring your screens and stuck point and leave it with a plan. Next steps, book here. This is awesome. So now you purposely have basic customer service bot that can answer questions, sell products, do whatever you need to do. And again, just have this going. So hopefully this is helpful and we'll see you in the next one.